Hi, this is Ady Suleiman and you're watching Westside TV.
There's astronomers that possess to prove Jesus don't exist. Say he's a myth, but what do you think of this? Is there a guy that's so wise, tells you what's wrong or right? Found by starlight, born by the virgin type.
What's going on? This is Westside TV. Now, in the building, we've got a massive artist right now. Ady Suleiman, what are you saying, man?
How's it going, man? You good?
Yeah, good, man.
Yeah, nice one.
All right, so you've got your EP that's just dropped.
Yeah.
This is my EP.
Yeah.
I like the name as well.
Thank you, man. Simple, keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it.
People remember things like that though, innit?
I hope so, yeah.
And you won the Giles Peterson Awards Best Newcomer 2014 as well.
Yeah, I did, yeah. That was crazy.
So I've done a quick fact file in it. So anyone who wanted to know a bit of information, I've done it for you, so you don't have to do spare long in it. Them type of flexes there.
Good lad, man. You saved me a lot of time there.
But we came here to talk about State of Mind.
Okay, cool.
The new track that's coming out. It's making a big name for itself already. Now it comes out May 20.
It's out already.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's out already. Yeah. We pushed it back earlier.
Pushed it earlier.
So,
Okay, fair.
So it's already out.
See, it's a good look.
Yeah, it's going well, man. I put the video out and stuff. So.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, obviously you've pushed it out now.
Yeah.
You got the video. And stuff like that, but it's not a new track.
No, it's not old. It's like one of the first ones I ever wrote.
I know, because I remember seeing a video of you on the train.
Yeah. That's the one. I think that was just because it just took me ages to get into a studio, get some money together to, put in at the time to record it properly and stuff. And obviously the train and stuff, that's just, on an iPhone and that.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do. And I did have a demo version on my SoundCloud as well, which is also just, random mates, just a guitar and stuff. But I always had a vision to have, a lot more of a fuller band arrangement around it. So that's why I kind of re-released it now with this arrangement and stuff. So that's why it took so long.
Because you performed it as well at Glastonbury.
I did, yeah.
Or the BBC introducing stage.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And do you think, because of the general election and all that, happened in the last couple of weeks, do you think that kind of helped push it? Because it's quite a politically charged track. That
was really weird because I didn't it wasn't intended to be around that kind of time, or I didn't know that actually all that stuff was going on. And then when it ended up coming out, I was like, this is pretty good timing because there's a lot of stuff going on with the election and stuff. And hopefully it has done it, and hopefully it's contributed to people's thought process as well a little bit. But I don't know if I've seen any. Obviously, I'll never know if it's given it an extra push or not because you only got released around then. But
that's true.
I think it was. I think it felt very relevant when I put it out, which was good because after having the song for so long, it was nice to see that the song still had relevance to myself and hopefully a lot of other people.
It's got a timeless feel about it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And that's what helps. No worries.
Thank you.
Where was your head at when you wrote the track though? Because obviously it's not a new song.
Yeah.
It's different. You were a lot younger when you performed it first and wrote it.
Yeah, it was kind of that stage where I was a teenager, I think like 16, 17, so it's that stage where you really question authority and anything that's, you're trying to find yourself and what you believe in and everything really. And I really just struggled with the system or the things that were in place, and just the authorities I felt at the time really weren't there for my best interests, and that's just how I felt. But I really didn't want to feel like that because I don't like being a sceptical, negative kind of person because I don't think that's good for anyone. So that's why I said, welcome to a state of mind where reality isn't so nice, because I don't have the answers to say this is the way it is. It's just that, it's purely how I was feeling. I didn't enjoy feeling like that. Yes, it was just very much a kind of angst song, and also, mocking certain things, because it was just like, I don't believe this. Like, I can't believe this stuff. Like, if this is true, then why is this going on? And why is that going on? It's just, I think it was also for me to put my thoughts out there to see what other people thought as well, and kind of get some different perspective on it. And after I've done shows, I've got some people coming up. Obviously, the religious thing, saying, we can help you find, because there's a line which says I need some guidance stuff. They're like, if you need guidance, we're here for you.
That
exchange numbers and stuff. But who knows? Maybe years down the line, they'll come in use. I don't know, but it's nice to interact with people and see how different people think. And
I totally agree with you. But obviously with the track, you're thinking it's food for thought.
Yeah, exactly.
It lets a lot of people think about it.
Yeah, that's it.
What are some of the things now you're a bit older that you kind of want to know in the world? Like, it doesn't even have to be like political, religious, just like things that make you actually think, wow, how did that happen, or how does that come about?
It's a really interesting question. I think I'm really interested in how other people think, and how other people feel about certain things, because I think we're all wired up, in completely different ways, and I think it's really interesting. I think the more we understand about the brain, and the more we can control our brain, and all that stuff, meditation or whatnot, I think that will lead us to a lot greater answers in life, because I think a lot of it is in, within, do you know what I mean? And I think if you can control that, so I'm really interested in, you see some of those TED Talks and psychologists and stuff saying, explaining about how you might work as a person. I find that really interesting, because then you can use it, to your benefit. I think if you have understanding and knowledge, then you can, and control, then you can, use your body and your mind to its maximum,
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're signed with Sony and Pemba Recordings, right?
Yeah.
And you're coming out with tracks like State of Mind, yeah?
Yeah.
How much creative control have you actually got? Is it kind of
I mean, it's the same. Look, I was very lucky, actually, because you have this kind of...
time where people get signed and they get capped.
Yeah, you think... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... part of it's a perception thing. Part of it is the reality.
Yeah.
I was very lucky that I was in a pretty competitive position, that I made sure that I'm not going to be doing anything that I don't want to be doing. I think you've got it with it's close to like 50-50, so I couldn't put something out if they really weren't happy with it.
Okay.
And at the same time, they can't do anything.
Has that happened already?
No, it hasn't actually.
Okay.
I think there's a few songs that I've written that I haven't liked, and they've liked, and I've been like, nah, man, that's not good enough.
That's not me.
I'm not going to put it out, But when you go into those kind of situations, it's a relationship, So it's the same with a bird. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't. Obviously, I want to see loads of other girls, but I'm saying, well, I'm not going to do that. It's a compromise. Do you know what I mean?
Loyal,
so it's like, I'm going to be with you. Like, it's a relationship. You have to compromise each way. So, and if they compromise and you compromise, it works. If one of them says, I'm not going to do that, it's not going to work. And if one of them's telling to do something, you're not going to get an honest relationship. So
that's true.
You just have to see it as that, really. It's just a relationship with someone that can offer you great things at the same time you can offer them great things, So it's, it works.
There's two other tracks on the EP that I want to talk about as well.
Yeah, okay.
Out of Luck is one of them.
Okay, shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and So Lost.
Lost, yeah.
Now, So Lost again. It's another deep one, isn't it? Like both, to be honest, both of the ones we're going to talk about are deep, innit?
Yeah.
So Lost is kind of saying that you're kind of like, you lost your mind a little bit and you're trying to get back.
Yeah.
Now, I remember reading something about you where you're saying that like Nottingham is actually like your proper home. Like, I know you're like out and about in London, but it's not the same thing. Like, in the music video, you've got people talking around and you're kind of sitting there. Is it kind of like London, you've come to London, you're living and it's like hectic and it's like you've kind of lost your mind a bit, you've lost your way from like the times when you're in Nottingham or...
So Lost is really about... so many, it can be related in my opinion to so many things, and it's just when you don't feel comfortable or confident in a certain situation, and those situations can be very normal. So sometimes it can be like you're just having a bad week and then you go to meet some of your best mates or other people you're working with, and it's all it's a mood thing, and sometimes when I can't explain it, but I just feel on top of the world. I have no idea what it is. Could be maybe things are going well with my girl or music's going really well. And there's sometimes when I just don't feel good. And I think it was more those situations where it was like question like, oh, nothing particularly has gone wrong in my life. Like my family's good, my music's good, love life's good, do you know what I mean? Or this is good. And then I was thinking, why do I feel, I feel a bit disconnected, or I still feel a bit, separated from what's going on. And so it was kind of about that. And again, I think that's growing up and finding out who you are as a person. I think we all have anxieties, and it was really expressing the anxiety. And also a lot of people at the time around me when I was actually at university was going through, some mad stuff with whether it was eating disorders or, mental illness or just depression or couldn't deal with this. And there was so many of those stories going around in people my age, and I just thought, what is it that's making this? And we have such a strong thing on perception, on how you're supposed to be and all this, and what a man is supposed to be, or what a person is supposed to be, what a cool, do you know what I mean? I feel like we have a lot of judgment, and it was writing about that, saying that I don't feel comfortable in these situations, and kind of for everyone that might have felt the same, it was saying, you're not the only person, because if I sit down with my mates, I'm not going to say, mate, I feel really weird. Do you know what I mean? Or when you're feeling anxious, you don't really say
you never say it.
You never say, oh, I'm feeling anxious, man. Do you know what I mean? So it was more of the song to say, I know that I feel it, and I know that a lot of you guys feel it, and you can see someone that's actually maybe having a really hard time in a completely normal situation in your class, or, you know, in your lecture, and this girl's actually going through some really, you know, problems in herself and finding herself, and you'll never notice that, and she, you know, doesn't feel right. And so it was a song really to say that, like, I feel like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, it was, you know, people gone away is well in your mind if they, you know, physically gone away to a place, like, you know, if they've gone to prison or jail or whatnot, or a mental institute or whatever, and then coming back into everyday life and getting back into, like, getting a job and this and the system and, like, everything 9 to 5, that kind of work. You're saying this is difficult, this isn't easy, like, I've lost myself a bit. So it was kind of saying, it was all about that kind of stuff, really.
That's fine. It's deep. Again, it's
that
mad.
That was a long answer, wasn't it? Yeah,
nah,
it was
but
a long
it's
answer.
mad deep. But you know the part where you're kind of like scatting over the beat?
Yeah.
You know you should get Jordan from Rizzle Kicks on that.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. If he's up for it, I could do that.
I'm trying to hook you up, you know.
Oh,
Rizzle Kicks, Ady, link up.
I would. You know what was funny? I used to wear a little cap. I used to wear on the top of my head at uni, and a lot of people used to say I look like the lads from Rizzle Kicks.
Oh no.
So
them ones where it's like,
so
no.
yeah, they sorted me out a few times.
All right,
that was cool.
The next track, Out of Luck, that's mad deep. I like that song. I've got that on repeat at the moment.
Okay, legend.
Like,
nice one.
It's
nice
alright, man. Like, it's again, was your mate cool with that story, or like, well, I should say social acquaintance, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't actually spoke to the guy about it, but you know, so again, it's not. I'm not trying to be a horrible song or a particularly nice song. For me, it was just a very honest song about a story. You know, songwriting is stories, and it's my job at the end of the day, and a pleasure to be able to tell people's stories. So that was a story that was going on. You know, I got a phone call from my mates, and I was like, "That's crazy." I never thought. Do you know what I mean? Then you have certain emotions towards that, and I was like, I'm going to write a song, and I think I always try to be really honest, and I don't know how people feel about it, but it's
well, let's just say
it's supposed to be a horrible song or anything. It's just I think a very honest and true story.
Let's just say if it gets to number 1, he's going to take royalties, isn't it?
I hope not.
Copyright that ASAP, innit?
I should hope not.
All right, so State of Mind is out now, and what's sick about it is the fact that, you know, it's a track that can work on any radio station. Like, we specialize in hip hop and R&B, but
Legend.
It can work on like any station. You must be mad happy about that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's great news that you think that, man. You know, it's great that you're playing it on an R&B and hip hop station, because I love those genres of music and try incorporate that in what I do. So
don't worry, man. We got you, bro. Innit?
Legend, man. Legend. Nice one.
All right, this was Myles. This was Ady Suleiman. This was Westside Radio.
Legend. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Cheers.